Hi, I'm Kristen Horler, and I just want to welcome you today to our Mom Strong Entrepreneur Network. This is episode 1, and we're excited for our guest today, Ms. Julie Henry. But before we jump into our interview, just want to encourage you to ask any questions that you have during the course of our interview today, or any follow-up questions that you have. Our goal here with the Mom Strong Entrepreneur Network is really to inspire moms to create the life that they want and to create that flexibility and time freedom to focus on the things that are most important to them. So let's go ahead and add Julie in here. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Hi, Kristen. Good. How are you?
Good. It's wonderful to have you here today on our Mom Strong Entrepreneur Network. So thank you for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me. I'm so happy to meet everybody virtually.
Yeah, so Julie is the founder and president of Finish Line Leadership. So Julie, can you share with us a little bit more about what you do?
Yeah, so through Finish Line Leadership, I really help leaders create lasting change. And what that means is change is really hard. And sometimes we get halfway through it and it's frustrating. Other times it feels like chaos. And so I really partner along with leaders, and that could be leaders of a company, leaders of a community organization, or leaders who want to inspire people on an individual level to help them get to the finish line. Because to get to the finish line, you have to start at mile 1, and I'm with you through the journey.
Well, it sounds like you are an athlete. Are you a runner or triathlete? What's your passion?
Yeah, I became an athlete after I became a mom. So the two are so closely linked in my heart. And it was through my unintended athletic journey. I started as a walker, became a runner, had a lot of personal challenges along the way. And every time I reach that finish line, it's a unique journey. And that just became such a strong analogy for me to use in reaching out to clients or just people to help inspire them to think differently about what they're doing. So yeah, I started as a walker, and I'm now a proud marathoner and a new triathlete, and it keeps me motivated.
That's great. That's great. That must be hard to juggle it all with your children. And what are their ages?
My children are 7 and 9.
Wonderful. Well, that's great. So tell us a little bit more about how you got to where you're at today with your business, because, we all start somewhere. Did you work for corporate America? Did you have a regular 9-to-5 job? Were you traveling? And where did you come from, and what inspired you to start to make a shift to create this life that you have today?
Yeah, it's such a great question, and you and I have such similar and inspiring stories, and that's how we've connected, and I so appreciate that, because the first thing I'll say is along your journey, keep talking to other moms, because you're going to find people, even if they don't have the same kind of journey that you do, somewhere along the line, they've realized that there's more burning in their spirit that they're meant to do. So I was the child of 2 entrepreneurs. My dad started his own business when I was 10. My mom has been tutoring, and she started her own tutoring business. So I think I was always born to be an entrepreneur, even if I didn't realize it. So when I got out of college, I had a regular, I can't even call it a 9-to-5 job, because I was working overtime and, really inspired. I was working for an aquarium in downtown Chicago, and I loved my work. I came down to Florida. I've worked in a lot of nonprofits. I've worked in corporate organizations. I worked in very small, very large. Busch Gardens was a very large corporate organization. But really, after about 15 years of working for other people, I recognized that I wanted to give back in a new way. I wanted to share my passions, but also help people in a new way. And B, I just had my daughter, and I didn't really want to commute 59 miles each way anymore. And I had been in education most of my career. I'd been helping people learn how to take care of the environment better. And all of a sudden I had this little girl, and I thought, I can't have someone else raise her primarily. So I decided to leave my job, and that's when we met, and I became a Baby Boot Camp franchise owner.
Wonderful. Well, lucky me. I remember that point of transition in your life. And I know, I can understand how difficult that would be to leave your child and to make that kind of commute, not just have that time away from your child, from your baby, with your transition to work, but also that commute time on top of that is tough. So tell me a little bit more. I know that I had asked you to describe your business in 3 sentences or less, and your response to me was, I help leaders lead change. Can you help us understand that a little bit more and just elaborate further on how you help leaders lead change?
Yeah, so I can start telling you from my personal journey becoming a leader. There were times that I had to lead change. So whether that meant I had to develop a strategic plan, or I had to get people in a room to get everybody on the same page because people weren't agreeing about where we should be going, or I was, inspiring women to become more healthy, or teaching yoga. And in all of those cases, the change part was really difficult because it makes people uncomfortable. And for better or for worse, I'm really comfortable with change. And so when I partner with my clients, I am a lot of times facilitating a session for them to get everybody on board, listening and having conversations with different stakeholders to make sure they can weigh in and be a part of the process so they're bought in from the beginning, and then helping them develop a plan